Hey guys, my name is Alex and welcome to Dream Dimension TCG. In this video, I'll be explaining the rules of the game. The video is divided into sections and there are timestamps in the description if you want to jump to a specific section. Card types. There are 4 card types in the game: creatures, spells, areas, and guardians. Creatures are the cards that you will be using to attack and defend against your opponent. While most creatures have a faction, there are some that belong to no specific faction, and so don't have any written on their card. A creature's level is related to the player's sleep level. This is explained better in the summoning section, so if you want to jump onto that bit, you can. Spells are divided into 3 types: instant, which are one-use spells that are sent to the Lost Zone after use, unless it's stated otherwise. Continuous spells that stay on the field and are sent to the Lost Zone once destroyed or by its effect. And defense spells that can be used only when your opponent declares an attack. All spells are played on spell zones, so if you want to play an instant or defense spell, you will need an empty spell zone. Area cards are placed in the area zone, and these stay on the field and affect cards on your side of the field. To play in your area card, you must discard the one that's already in play. And lastly, the Guardian card. Unlike the creature, the Guardian has an icon instead of a level, and their ability can be used only after your first turn. The Guardian cannot attack and serves as your final defense. Deck building. A deck can have a minimum of 40 cards and a maximum of 50. You can also have up to 3 copies of the same card. And only 1 Guardian card can be in a deck, but it does not count towards the deck size. So you can have a 50 card deck plus the Guardian. Play area. The play area is divided into 6 different zones: the creature zones, the spell zones, the Guardian zone, the deck zone, the Lost Zone, and the area zone. Starting a game. First of all, you must decide who goes first. This is decided randomly, for example a coin toss or a dice roll. Once that is done, you and your opponent place your Guardian card in the Guardian zone and draw 5 cards. Any card that you do not want can be placed on top of your deck and then shuffled. This can only be done once, and if it is done, you redraw again until you again have 5 cards. Whoever goes first cannot attack on their first turn, and both players begin with a sleep level of 1. Turn phases. You have the draw phase, in which you draw 1 card, the main phase, where you can play cards and use your Guardian ability, the battle phase, where you can attack or defend, depending on whose turn it is, and the end phase, where you can use abilities that reference this phase. Summoning. There are 2 ways to summon creatures: normal summon and effect summon. To normal summon a creature, the creature's level must be equal or lower to your sleep level, and is played directly from your hand on your main phase. You can normal summon 1 creature per turn. Effect summoning is the term given to summons through card effects that state effect summon as the way of summoning. This disregards completely the player's sleep level, so you can be at a sleep level of 1 and effect summon a level 3 creature. Your sleep level increases by 1 at the end of your turn if you didn't normal summon a creature during that turn. The max sleep level is 3. Attacking and defending. On your turn, you can attack using your creatures. Like I said before, the Guardians cannot attack. There are 2 possible attack targets: the creatures and the Guardian. You can only attack your opponent's Guardian when they control 0 creatures. When it comes to defending, you can use defense spells the moment your opponent declares an attack. There is no limit to the amount of defense spells you can use for a single attack. And like mentioned before, you can only use a defense spell if you have an empty spell zone, and they stay on the field until the battle between the 2 creatures or the creature and Guardian is over. Battle calculations. Battle between 2 creatures is done by comparing the attacking creature's attack against the defending creature's health, and also comparing the defending creature's attack against the attacking creature's health. If the attack of the attacker is equal or greater than the defender's health, the defender is destroyed, and the same applies to the attacker. Battle between a creature and a guardian works a little differently though. Even if the opposing creature has a lower attack value, it gets deducted from the guardian's health. How to win? There are two main ways to win, either by destroying your opponent's guardian, or your opponent has no card to draw in their draw phase. A few side notes. If a card effect contradicts with the rules, the effect comes first. So for example, if a card says that you do not draw a card in your draw phase, and the rules say that you do, it's the effect that takes precedence. So the player that is suffering from the effect does not draw a card. You cannot have more than 8 cards in your hand when you end your turn. You must discard cards until you have 8. And lastly, when a card requires you to search your deck, you must shuffle it afterwards.